All right, dudes, it's raining on Sunday. I screwed up big, and it brought me to a Goodwill I don't come to very often. Let's see if we can make some money. Hats, maybe that Titleist hat would do okay. Looks like a lot of winter stuff. Whole bunch of tiny shot glasses. I ended up leaving the Titleist hat. I don't know what it would have had to be amongst those shot glasses for me to give them more than a half a second look. But whatever it was, I didn't see it. Oh, it's a nutcracker. Now I see it. Man, it's so nothing in here all the time. And I haven't been in here in weeks and like seeing the same stuff because the good stuff that they get, they price outlandishly. I don't know about that. This is like an off-brand New Wave oven. That could be something. Let's see how many menus it costs. $1.99. We'll comp it. I'm gonna venture the guess that there's not a lot of these out there. Rivian uniform, $5.49. I think it's 3X. Yeah. Let's see if that does okay. Okay, so I ran this bar all the way down, and then I came down this side, and I found one Rivian shirt, and I've come this far down here. And now I found Mountain Hardwear Men's XL, just like a green jacket, wind stopper soft shell, and it's cheap-ish. I mean, $5.49. So I'm gonna make sure the zippers work and stuff, and that should do well. If this was just a touch less generic, Super Mario 2021, I'd be tempted to get it, but I just don't believe that it's got enough pizzazz to actually sell itself once somebody finds it in search. So this is kind of an interesting piece. Eddie Bauer, men's small puffer vest. But what I happen to notice on it is that it says EB 550. And if you know, you know, that means that it's down-filled. And for $7, a down-filled Eddie Bauer vest might do really well. So then you go to here, and the shell is polyester, but the insulation is 75% down and 25% waterfowl down. So this is where I might be being super dumb, but because it's still warm most places in the country, but there are very few sold on either jacket, the Mountain Hardwear or the Eddie Bauer down vest. And I would think like there's 900 sold, 900 listed and like 6 or 8 sold. And I would think if they were gonna sell, they would do better than that. So we're just getting the Rivian uniform. So far anyway. I'm gonna go look at media and shoes, but we're not doing well so far. It was raining when we walked in and my phone is messed up. The light is reflecting weird, so I gotta dry it out. So this is part of a lot of dragon books that I picked up. And so that will be worth adding to that lot. Anything else that looks interesting? You guys know what to look for as far as the books, and see something I don't notice? Don't be afraid to shout it out. Let me know. Ooh, the girl with who kicked the hornet's nest, and I saw another one from that series. I thought I did. There it is. The girl who played with fire. And the girl who kicked the hornet's nest. So I did end up finding a comp for the Rivian shirt, and they're asking $30 for them. None sold, but there's only 2 listed, and neither of them are 3X. So I think I can probably put that up for 30 bucks. And it'd be as equally as likely to sell as anybody else's. And then this book that I'm going to add to this lot, pay $1, and I think it'll add probably $5 or $6 to that lot and make it more likely to sell. Or I might pull out the one book. This is book 3, and I have book 1, and they're both first prints. I don't know. not a hugely successful venture, but here's the deal. I was sitting on the couch the other day and I went to order boxes off Zorro on my phone, and my wallet was upstairs. So I was like, I'll just put it through PayPal. And I put it through PayPal, and it charged to the right bank account, but PayPal used my old shipping address. So if you've been with the channel a while, we used to live in this big house downtown, and then we moved out to the country, and the boxes, FedEx showed me a picture of the boxes delivered to my old front porch. So I get to go knock on the door and see if they have my boxes. I'm not going to push it. I know they were there, but I'm going to be like, hey, did those get delivered? Can I have them? And if they are mildly not okay, I'll be like, okay, whatever, my mistake. And just eat it, because it's my issue, not theirs. But that's what we're doing this morning. I hit this Goodwill to kind of buy time, because it was 11 o'clock on Monday morning when I knocked on their door a minute ago. And they were not up yet, at church, something. Nobody came to the door. I'll try it again. Otherwise, I'm going to be kind of out $80 because I messed up on my delivery address on those boxes. I don't know if you can see in the bed of the truck, boxes acquired. So I didn't lose out on all the money I spent on those boxes because they were nice enough to hand them to me. But then the lady came out and yelled at me, yeah, we've been in here for 2 years. You think you can get your address right? And I'm like, okay, you're right. But it was an honest mistake. It didn't hurt anybody. But she makes her feel better to yell at me, I guess, whatever. I think I'm going to stop at one more Goodwill, because I told my wife I was going to do some running around waiting to see if I could pick them up, and then I called her and said I got them, but she didn't pick up, so she's not waiting around on me. So we're in the not very Goodwill, just kind of trying to see if there's anything worth having. I'm gonna be quick, but I'll let you know. So I see Travel Scrabble, which sometimes can do well. I haven't comped it in a long time. And I see a glowworm baby. I don't think these are quite as old as the, these aren't 80s glowworms, but I think they still do okay. So neither of those things were any good. Looking at the clothes from the fitting room, didn't fit people. Nothing interesting there. The big stuff. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, just everything is new Target leftovers, $100 a piece. Those are nice lights. But, I bet they're brand new on Amazon for half that price. And if what I want is brand new stuff I can buy even at retail, like, this is not the place I'm coming. Saws are a thing that if I knew more about, I'd probably make more money, but I'm gonna leave them alone because I don't know nothing about them, and I'll convince myself one of them's good and waste money. This is a really unusual looking thing. I can't even tell what it is. Germ guard. How much is it? It's $8. So I still don't know what it is, but it has a model number and a name, and there's 9 listed and 21 sold, and they look like they sell for 10 times what they're asking. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that purchase and figure it out when I get home. I'm gonna plug it in over here first, make sure it powers on. I don't know what it's supposed to do. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there is noise coming from it, some kind of fan and some flickery lights. So I'm gonna guess that it works. This thing surprises me a little bit. It has no chin strap and it's missing pads on the inside, and at $4 it's still not worth getting. There's like 9 or 10 listed, there's 1 sold, and the one that's sold is in unbelievable condition, and you can get that for like 10 or 12 bucks. Multiples of them, so I'm not picking it up. And that's why we call it the not Goodwill, because this one on University, right in the middle of town, it's just never anything good. Like that filter, the lights are supposed to light up bright and stay on blue, and they just never. I plugged it in for a while and it never really lit up, so I decided to not buy it broken. I mean, it's the kind of thing, if I knew anything at all about it, I would be more comfortable paying $8 and thinking I'm going to get 40, but I don't want to sell it as is, parts not working, and not know what's not working, because that's just asking for a return. Oh, the light turns on but the bulb needs replaced and there's no filter inside of it that's supposed to be there. Like, I just things that I'm more comfortable with, sometimes I'll sell knowing they're broken, but something like that that's a total crapshoot, I'm not going to sell knowing ahead of time that it doesn't work. And I can't even say what's wrong with it. And we didn't find anything else really exciting at all. Just a bunch of junk. Look at this truck. That's a beautiful old Ford box truck. Boxy Ford truck. Probably like a 90 or a 92, something like that. All right, one more stop just for grins. So far we've been to 2 Goodwills and we got 2 things at one of them. Let's hit the third. USCopoly. I don't know if that's worth anything, but we're gonna find out. And that is an unusual looking sprinkler. Okay, so thanks to Lonnie and Candace, I know that this is worth something. So I'm gonna make probably $30 on that one. The USC Monopoly is not worth something. Okay, I have not looked at these yet, but normally that weird lip that holds the lid on makes me think the thing is gonna be much better quality than other stuff. It's generally stuff that's like heavy stainless steel. So we'll look into these. I don't know if I can make it show up. These say New Craft on them. And then a really unusual thing just happened. There were a handful of these birds, and me and a lady each grabbed a bunch of them, and then the lady who grabbed the other ones were like, oh, well, if you're going to sell them and you can make money on them, I'll just let you have them all. And most of them are signed birds, so hopefully they do well. Same lady, total stranger, said you should grab these too. And this one, she's definitely right. Henderson foot warmer. I think you fill it up with hot water and then put it like under your blanket. And then this is just a generic crock, but it is marked somehow, so we'll figure out what that is. But it's cheap. Is that a gun in the store? It is. Look at that. A Hilti firearm. $7. DX350. $7 for a Sony SLV N51. So on the birds, this one has a weird signature, maybe Ram 93. And then these are all signed by the same guy, and that's the worst signature, Roy R. Reed. And so they're 4, 6, 6, so 10, 16, 22, but there's really no comps at all on the damn things. So I'm a little bit on the fence on those, but then the Husker Du I should do really well on. The Hilti I should do really well on. If this works, it'll be fantastic. If it doesn't, I'll have another one on my pile of things I said I was going to return and probably never will. And I can't find anything on these New Craft. That's going to do it. you saw what we got listed. The VCR didn't work. That's 4 VCRs in a row that I bought that didn't work. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell. See ya
Next time.